baby, just in case.
All right.
My old beat up sneakers, man.
Okay.
These are from way back when I was playing at the Phoenix Club.
You got the Nike ones with the red stripe?
No, these are the Nike ones with the silver stripe.
Okay.
It was like 11 years ago.
Turn around when possible. West Boston Way.
Cool car, man.
Turn right.
I'm just gonna pump you for information here.
Am I on?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's gonna. I was trying to.
What's that blinking red light?
That's just to let you know it's on.
It's blinding me.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. Let's try to develop the best world ever. So I figured we could start with the best sandwich, and I thought you could help us design it.
Sure.
Because I'm hungry right now.
Me too.
And I was thinking we could go for.
Let's go for it. You know.
You can tell me how to design it too, and then we can like test some out.
Sure.
And then comment on it.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay.
Now, where is this designer sandwich place?
Huh?
Where is
Well,
this?
you're making it right now. So I want you to come up with the best sandwich ever and tell us how to make it, and then we're gonna go to a sandwich place.
I got you. I got you. See.
South Del Pueblo Street.
Let's see it. And my contact lens. Is that in there?
You got
Oh, all right. And there's nothing down here. No. Okay.
No.
All right, that's good.
Then we can go on to the sandwich rubber, and then the rubber, and you're the sandwich in the meat. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3. Just
Okay.
Like,
One,
we're
two,
gonna,
three.
We'll do that later after the sandwich. First the sandwich, then the sandwich rubber, and then then you're the meat in her in between a sandwich of girls, and we'll just.
I'm certainly the meat.
Three things.
I'm certainly the meat.
Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds like a plan. Let's see now. So where should I begin?
Best sandwich. Are you starting a sandwich shop in Peru or something? You're thinking of doing that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, let's see now. There's a lot of options, man. I mean, as far as the bread's concerned, let's see what we got here. We get I like sometimes like a toasted sandwich, you know, so it's extra crispy. I like the bread really crunchy and crispy, you know. And then you could go with a good crispy French, good crispy Italian. Sometimes a nice rye is good. Left ask Matthew about that.
I'm not big on the caraway seeds.
Really?
I don't mind the rye, but
okay.
Caraway seeds. But this is your sandwich.
This is my sandwich.
This is not my sandwich.
That's right.
250 feet.
And then
Left. West Chandler Boulevard. Turn left.
how come girls can't be like that?
Well, I was just listening to Tusk, and they were saying, "Don't tell me that you love me. Tell me that you want me." So I want you to design the best sandwich. I don't love you, Louise. I just want you to design the best.
I don't know. If that's good or bad. You don't love me. I have to think about that.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I love you, but I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay. Well, now I feel better.
Okay. But I want you to design the world's best sandwich.
Okay. And then the world's best sandwich. All right. Let's see now.
For my world.
For your world.
Well, not for your world. You can be in it.
Okay. As long as I can be in it. I hate to be left.
You can eat your sandwich.
I hate to be left out.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Definitely got to have high quality ham. Got to be in there. Love delicious ham.
West Chandler Boulevard towards Phoenix for 2.4 miles.
And then I like a combination too. You know, like a club. You know, where they put in the ham, and then you can put in. I guess you could put in like some turkey. You know, some nice turkey. I love the classic, you know, tomato, lettuce, mayo, little bacon. Bacon's always good.
Okay. Does the lettuce and tomato go in before or after it's toasted, or you toast it separately, or how's that?
No, you gotta toast the bread separately. Definitely, you don't want to heat up any. You don't want to heat your meat, Rob, because then you might have problems.
Okay.
Unless it's that time. You know, otherwise no.
Okay.
Now wait a minute now. What's this I see? They're like, what the hell are all those cameras in that car?
Where? It's a revolutionary sandwich.
Yeah, this is revolutionary, all right, man. I feel so self-conscious. I feel naked with all these cameras around me.
Just close your eyes.
Okay. Oh, that's better. All right. So then, where was I? Let's see now. It's 8-8 in the 7th game with Simon. Oh no, are we in 2016? I was thinking, I was okay. I was back in 2006.
Simon says what?
Simon says I can't win tournaments anymore.
Okay.
Let's see now. Where are the sandwich? That's right.
Yes.
Let's see now. So you got the ham, the turkey, lettuce, tomato, bacon. What else could we have, man? Well, that's one. I mean, that's just your basic, sort of like a club sandwich. And then I can't help but thinking, you know.
Did you make any sandwiches in Peru?
I did, but they're just for myself, you know, and my girlfriend. And
What was her name?
Rosa.
All right.
You know, like the rose.
Yes.
Rosa. Yeah, she misses me. She misses me terribly. I do too.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to stop me from.
Now, what Rosa looked like?
Rosa, well, for me, she's beautiful for me. And I mean, obviously, it's not everyone sees things the same way, but you know, but when you meet that person that you just think they're wonderful,
Yeah.
you know, they're just tremendous. Then a lot of times you see them, you know, so beautifully.
Yeah.
She's tall, lean. And she's got a wonderful sense of humor. It's very honest and direct, which I love. You know, no bullshit, going around, beating around the bush, figuratively
Right turn
speaking.
ahead. Interstate 10
Was it herring or
westbound towards
not
Phoenix.
Well, can I reserve that?
Yes, you can hold back on.
Okay, thanks. She keeps interrupting me.
Supposed to turn yours.
Okay.
I'll focus on keeping us alive.
All right. That's
While you.
if you pass out, I'll grab them.
Okay.
Now, where was I? Oh yeah, that's right, Rosa. So yeah, no, and she likes the same kind of music I like. Even though she grew up in Peru, she loves, you know, the old songs from the 80s, 70s, and I remember she loved that one song, "More Than a Woman" from Saturday Night Fever.
All right.
Oh, she loved that. We danced to that. We look just like John Travolta, and who was that actress that was with him in that Saturday Night Fever? Yeah. Yeah.
I can picture.
Yeah. That was good, man. Of course, it helped that I was like almost passed out drunk when I danced it. That really loosened me up, bro. Yeah. So.
After 1/4 mile, turn right. Interstate 10 westbound towards Phoenix. Then take the freeway.
Can you give me her number? You got a chance?
I thought it was Susan, but I think it's something else instead. It's Sarah. I don't know.
It's Sarah.
I'm not sure what her name is for sure. Yeah, I get her number.
Turn right.
Kinda-
Then take the freeway.
Yeah.
That's kind of sexy. Yeah.
She knows where.
I mean, it's
where
like-
we're going.
I mean, it's kind of like I can imagine being with her and her telling me, you know, grab my box and then, you know, and then turn right.
Yeah.
As you.
And if you mess up, she redirects you.
That's right. You start over.
Yeah.
Make a U-turn.
Yeah.
Ahead. Keep left. Interstate 10 westbound.
So where are we headed to?
We're going to the West Gate.
Westgate Mall?
The West Gate
After 1/2 mile,
Entertainment
keep
District.
left.
Ah.
at the stadium. Have you been there?
I don't think. Well, it's been so many years. I don't want to say no right off, but I mean, I have to see it. See if it jogs my memory.
It's new.
Oh, it's new? Then I haven't seen it.
Interstate 10 westbound.
They built it for the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl that they had here.
Oh, cool. No, I haven't seen it then, man.
Then they have like a. I went over there the other day for an IMAX.
Interstate 10 westbound.
They had a
Towards
3D
Phoenix
IMAX
for 4.1
show.
miles.
It was nice with that Star Trek, something beyond or whatever it was.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
How was it?
That was good. That was great. And then they had a sandwich shop there, but they were closed because their air conditioner wasn't working. So I wanted to go have the sandwich I wanted over there.
Yeah, I haven't had anything to eat today, so I'm.
Neither did I. I was like, I took your coaching advice and I didn't eat anything because I figured it makes you hungry. When you're hungry, you're gonna win, right?
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it more.
That's right.
Exactly. And you can eat more.
Okay.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So have you heard from? Do you ever get in contact with Eileen?
I went over to her house there one time and some guy chased me away saying to never come back.
Really?
Well, not the other day. This was like a few years back or whatever.
Really?
And then I never showed my face over there again. She was over on she called me once. Her boyfriend Benny got run over or hit by a car on Halloween and like sent him flying and killed him.
Shit.
And then she was looking for money for a airplane flight for his sister.
Yeah.
And she offered to do like a two-way with her friend with me for the money.
That might. Well, it all depends. It all depends. How was the friend?
I don't know. I didn't want to do that because I was with Debbie at the time.
Okay.
So I told.
Debbie didn't want to do the three.
I mentioned that to Debbie, and Debbie has a friend, Ralph, in Chicago.
Yeah.
And she told Ralph.
Wait, don't tell me. Debbie offered a counter offer of doing it with Ralph and you and her.
No.
Okay.
She offered Ralph would pay the Eileen's ticket, and then he would get
After 2 miles,
the
keep
three of them.
left. Interstate 10 westbound.
So he didn't really
towards
trust
Phoenix.
that. So he said they could fly to him. He'd pay for that, and then they would come here. Yeah, they would come here.
Alright.
So,
As long as they come somewhere.
I guess that didn't.
I don't know.
They ended up backing out of that or something. Maybe
Backing out of that?
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I didn't want to get in, the
You don't want to
hot
get
water.
You don't want to get involved in that.
That stuff. No.
No?
'Cause I was committed to Debbie at that time.
Okay. Did you get the rights to film it though?
No. I did have some people come over to my house and the landscaping, and I wanted. That's what was at Houed. I wanted to do some porno flicks at my house there, and I told Debbie about that, and she didn't agree with that either. She didn't want.
Yeah, that might get.
I was by myself. Huh?
That might get kind of messy.
She wasn't living there, but I was went to some kind of Christmas. She was coming to visit for some Christmas party, and this was just before that. And then we were telling the company about that.
So this guy that chased you off it's her new boyfriend.
Boyfriend or something. I think they're crack addicts or meth addicts. Or
Oh,
whatever.
like both of them?
I'm not sure. I didn't see Eileen. I just saw this guy missing some teeth and stuff.
I heard he ran you off with a
After
shotgun.
1/2 mile, keep left. Interstate 10 westbound.
I just went by to say hi, because they hadn't seen her or anything.
Right.
I was kind of curious. It was a couple of years ago.
Is that true about the shotgun?
I don't think there was any
Keep
shotgun.
left.
But he said if I ever see you here again or something, he'll, do something or whatever.
Well, I imagine he was kind of big then.
Not really.
Not really?
But
In that case, he must be armed.
is there,
After 1.6 miles,
It was
keep
angry,
left.
but he was.
Interstate 10 westbound.
I mentioned my
US
name.
60
I
westbound.
said I came by to see Eileen, and then he asked, who I was. He went in to talk, then he came back, asked my name. I said who it was. He went to talk to Eileen, and then he came out angry and telling me never, whatever I did to her, and never come back again.
Oh,
I guess
man.
she wasn't happy with it, or yeah.
Oh, so Eileen wasn't happy.
Or something, right.
Oh. She's still in Phoenix, though.
When I went there, it was over by where, kind of close to where her mom's house. She had got like direct TV or something like that, and put it credit in my name, and that was the same address.
Oh, really?
So I went just to see if she was there.
So you didn't get to see her even?
No, I didn't see her. Right way, Susan, or her name's something else, Shirley, Susan.
Can you like ask her questions?
Huh?
Can you ask her questions?
Yeah, but she doesn't answer.
She doesn't.
You have to touch her to get the answers. You have to feel her right there.
Do you swallow?
Yeah. Nothing. You got to take it in.
After 1/2 mile,
Oh, there it is.
keep left, Interstate 10 westbound.
That's
US
good enough
60
for me. That's
westbound.
like a yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah. You'll take that as a yes.
That's.
Now, have you had a girl swallow before for you?
Oh, of course, Rob. Come on.
What were their names?
Keep left.
Let's see. You might want me to open up the history books. Let's see. You make me work hard, man.
Do you like it hard, or do you want it soft?
US 60 westbound.
Well,
towards Los
easy.
Angeles
I like it.
for 4.4
Well,
miles.
not too easy because
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be like number 20 on the list, none of that, man. None of that. I want something a little cleaner, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Now you haven't played. You haven't played for a long time. Tabletop.
When was the last time? I think with Dave Meany last time we
Dave Meany. That was the last time?
at the club. Yeah, I think I filmed that with these little GoPro cameras and put them around there, and then some other guy for a ball and got a pretty good shot with it.
Dave Meany's still playing.
Yeah.
The Mean Man. And this was what, years ago?
A few years ago. Oh no, I think after that I've been playing at the house in Yuma too.
Okay, that was the latest.
With Mark. I must have played after that. I played at that tournament. It was in 2000, must have been May 31st, 2013. I could have won it. It was like the over 40, under 1600 rated.
Yeah.
But, well, I might have been better too. That's when the Border Patrol broke into the car, stole everything I had. Then they dropped me off in El Cajon, California. So then I was walking around all night. I was tried to get a new iPod, and I bought a Superman cape because I had to poop or something that night. I could cover myself up with a cape, and then
Crazy stuff, man.
Then I was trying to get a ride. Debbie offered me a ride back to Yuma. She was in Mesa. She would drop me off there, and I said no. I wanted to go to. I'm going to the tournament. Damn it, I set on that. I was going to film and cover that. They had a party, and I wanted to go to that. So they took all my cameras, took my car, dropped me off at this bus station. So I'm walking around, went to Walmart and bought some new stuff, and then I went to walked some bowling alley for a while and charged up this phone, so I contacted them. And then then I had this one guy called Terry Bressy, and he was doing these. He kind of had invited me into this checkpoint contest for going through Border Patrol checkpoints. And he said this one Border Patrol agent, contacted him from that checkpoint that was angry, and what it ended up being was a fake whistleblower that they had contact him. I guess they were in some kind of cahoots or whatever. So he's checking with me to see if everything's all right.
Wow, this is something.
So I and then they're telling me to contact this ACLU lawyer that they knew. You know, this guy, this fake whistleblowers. You know, giving her information, and I guess she's kind of interrogating me is what she's doing. And I kind of figured this out, that the ACLU's been, you know, since their inception, has been working with the government, just kind of investigating me. I've been kind of studying this for the last couple of years.
Interesting.
So, you know, and they do other stuff, you know, to make them look more realistic. So this guy, Terry Bressy, contacts me, said that everything's okay or whatever. I didn't find this out. I was like, asked him if he could give me a ride. He was like, you know, far away or whatever. Then I ended up catching a taxi 93 miles to the tournament. That was like $160 or whatever.
Shit, really?
It would have, yeah, $160.
To the tournament, Phoenix tournament.
No, to the Laguna Woods. I was in California.
Michael John.
The Mickle John, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Is it Mickle?
yeah. I don't know. You can ask some.
I always said Michael.
Okay, Michael. We'll call it Michael John.
Michael.
You call it Michael John, I'll call it Mickle John.
Mickle John. All right.
After
Put the
2
tomatoes
miles,
on your
keep
thing,
left.
and I'll put the
Interstate
tomatoes.
10 westbound
Yeah.
towards Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Or
actually,
do you put tomato? What do you do? What do you put on there?
I put tomatoes
What is it in Spanish?
and tomates.
Okay. You put the tomates on your
You know, I've been watching like they show these old game shows.
Uh-huh.
There's one, What's My Line? You might have heard of it.
Okay.
And they actually were saying tomatoes. I guess it's more of an older thing. You know, they used to say that.
Okay.
Because now I never hear that. Everyone's tomatoes. So you played in Yuma. You had your table in your house.
Right. It was like between like some pocket doors. And we used to have Marek and some Vietnamese guy who worked out of the Yuma Army Proving Ground, you know, ballistics for bullets.
Were they any good?
Yeah, they were decent, like 17. Yeah,
That's not bad. Yesterday you mentioned Koreans. They were.
There's a lot of Koreans designing like these cars here, the Spark.
Yeah.
At work, and they come out and design the cars there. And I brought them out to some, like, there's a Marine guy in the samurai swords out there, but he'd get real angry and throw fits or whatever. It's really kind of dangerous. He's maybe 1,400, 1,500 or something. He had some other people, maybe 1,600.
So the Vietnamese was better.
Yeah, he was the best of them all, but he didn't like that guy because he would, you know, get really angry and really go off the.
After 1/2 mile,
So
keep left.
him and Marek were
Interstate 10
practicing a lot.
westbound towards Los
I played with them
Angeles.
some too, and then I'd
Keep left.
usually invite them over when the Koreans were there, so we mix it up and stuff.
How was Marek's game?
It was, you know, pretty weak. I was beating him then most of the time.
Really? He had lost his.
But he practiced, I guess, in the prison. He was like coaching there too, using mostly like a hard bat kind of paddles and things like that.
So he
ended up doing he's doing a lot of artwork in there too. He's doing like a big sandstone sculpture for this Mary's mission. Which way am I going? Am I missing my turn?
Keep left. Interstate 10 westbound.
Okay, I gotta pay attention when I'm to the lady. Some sandstone sculptures. Use my son like as a model and made them like men and women and stuff, and made this stuff
Follow
for this
Interstate 10
Mary's mission
westbound
place.
towards Los Angeles for 6.1 miles.
We're doing a lot of the cartoons for the
magazine?
For the magazine.
Still.
Until he got out, yeah. He was. I tell you, the one time they wouldn't let him have colored pencils or whatever. Did I tell you about this story?
No.
So he asked me to, you know, get these colored pencils and cut them down to like 3 inches long, file them down, and wrap them up in cellophane and stick them in my sock.
Really?
Bring them into the prison. So bring those in, and
course.
He got better as he went along.
Did he? And then, of course, you had him on your walls, remember?
Yeah. How far? Yeah, so he went into until he got out. I think they quit asking for him after a while at the US ATT because they didn't like his background or whatever. Some administration.
Oh, really?
He did some other things at some sketches and stuff that are pretty interesting of him traveling across. He was like thinking of him and Christine going to San Diego during Christmas stuff, but they hadn't released that yet.
Oh, but that sucks that they discriminate like that. I mean, what does it matter? I mean, the fact is he's a good artist, and he gives them good material. That's the only thing that should matter. The fact that he's an axe murderer has nothing to do with it, right, Rob?
Oh, he didn't murder anybody.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We did. I was working with Christine to get him a lawyer and keep him in the country.
Right.
And the guy wanted like $8,000, and Christine and I were going to split it. And then this, it was like a Navy guy or something. He just before they were going to do something, he ended up dying just on Christmas.
He ended up dying?
Yeah, he was like a young Navy guy or whatever, and he was all prepared to do this. He ended up like mysteriously just dying right around then.
You and Kristen Kuchenbecker?
No, we didn't die.
No, I know that. But I mean, you and Kristen, you mean Kuchenbecker were gonna split
the cost for this lawyer.
Why didn't you get another lawyer then?
Well, he was suggesting it'd be hard to stay, and then the next guy who was taking over was suggesting the odds of him being effective were pretty slim.
Oh, really?
Because they really wanted him out of the country.
So like what?
So it wasn't really worth it.
It wasn't worth it then.
And then I think what was it? The one lawyer was asking for pay, and I was like suggesting we could have Mark carve a sign for his front limb. That was kind of a joke. So they weren't interested in that either. But I would just said it didn't sound like they were very positive about them having any effect. And then the other guy was really out of the loop too, because the other guy put in a lot of work already.
So when did Marek actually leave the country? When did he actually leave for Poland? Was it like last year or?
Might have been. In March 2012. Well, it seemed like they picked him up before that, somewhere around there.
Around March 2012?
I will probably get exact dates, I'm not sure exactly.
But I mean, 2012 was the year that he actually left for Poland?
I think so.
And he's not allowed to come back?
Right, he can go anywhere else, he just can't come to the U.S. But he was trying to get he's practicing German, going to...
Well, Rob, I think this is an operation for us to do in southern Arizona, the Mexican border, and get him back in.
Is that right?
That's right.
He looked like he's pretty thin. He's working at a tomato plant in the greenhouse, and he's got a bunch of Ukrainian and Polish girls. He said he's kind of like a fox in the hen house, and they're all going after him. He's showing me his two girlfriends and grilling out at it. So it looked like he's...
Maybe he doesn't want to come back, Rob.
I can show you some pictures of his new girlfriend.
No, I'd love to. Is she blind, Benny, man? By any chance? Blind?
There's one 31-year-old girl from Ukraine, and then the other one, she's not as pretty as the other one. She was like 21 or something like that.
Are either of them blind, by any chance?
I think they're kind of blind. Yeah, I had to look. The one was that was. The other one was big and young.
Well, Rob, so if Marek wants to come back, should we undertake that mission, give him that option?
I think it'd be easier just to visit him there.
You mean the Border Patrol might not like that?
I'm not there. I don't want to do anything illegal. They got an eye on me.
That's
See,
true.
look at them. They're watching me everywhere.
That's true. It's just a joke. Just a joke. Warsaw?
He wants to go to Warsaw. What is it? They have some border things there too. It's like he was staying with his sister at first. His brother was supposed to let him have half the house or something, and I guess he's crazy. He was like paranoid about him, so he didn't want his brother Andre or whatever, didn't want him there. And then he had a younger brother who, like, kind of when he first got there, kind of set him up, got him a phone, got him shoes, because they didn't send him back there with shoes or anything.
Oh my God! He can get pretty cold in Poland.
And then his sister let him in their apartment. I guess they have a really tiny apartment. She was living with her boyfriend there. Still is. I think maybe it's like a one bedroom or just open or something. It's like.
Is that where he's now?
Huh?
Is that?
No. Then he went to the one. His sister's boyfriend. He's staying at his house. It's like someplace that's farther out in the country or whatever. It's a pretty nice like townhouse kind of thing.
Keep left. Interstate 10 westbound towards Los Angeles.
So he was staying there for a while. I guess he works real long hours and busy. And
Oh, what's he working in, man?
he was at first he was working like with some automated machine that inspected tomatoes and fixed that because he knew English, and this machine came from Switzerland or something, and he was the only one there that knew English.
So that's what he was doing. Well, now what is he doing?
He's doing something else at the tomato
After
place.
1.6 miles, keep left.
I don't know if it's some kind of
Interstate 10
repair
westbound
of the
towards Los Angeles.
the watering system or something like that.
You mean the tomato place?
Yes, the tomato place.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is in Polish.
Okay.
So he's working there. At first we were kind of communicating a little more when he was in the city, but he didn't have like a lot of bandwidth or whatever to talk. And like I said, he's really busy right now.
Not enough width. That can be a problem.
Huh?
Not enough width. So he's actually in a small town then.
Yeah, it's a small town. I forgot the name of it. It's I think it starts with an S. And usually he goes back to Warsaw like around Christmas time and stuff to be with the family.
Okay. When he first got back, were they happy to see him and all that, his family?
I think his younger brother and his sister were, and then I kind of got a hold of them with his one of his nieces because she spoke English and stuff. That's kind of how we figured out where his family was, and we were kind of communicating. I was communicating with his niece for a while. This Bell Robot or something like that, and so we kind of set it up so they would be able to meet him at the airport when he got there with nothing. Like, his brother went there, and then,
I'm sorry, Rob. That kind of distracted me right there. That says
the
oversized load. Yeah.
It's too big to fit in there.
There it is.
After 1/2 mile, keep left.
Well, you could take
Or was it a whole lot of
a whole lot.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
A whole lot of stuff.
I was gonna say something, but you got it.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than having an oversized
Said
load.
load. Is that right?
Yeah, it can be a little uncomfortable.
You gotta let it go. So.
Yeah. So let's see. Now, where were they? They gave him like a welcome back cake with jail stripes and number, or
Who's
his
that?
prison number to Mark when he got back.
To Poland?
Yeah. They
No,
gave him something. No, they didn't give him.
But they will, like I said, he was trying to get a place back in the apartment, but I guess his brother, his one older brother,
His older brother's a dick.
And his, I guess his wife or whatever was really pushing to keep him out of their house. So they didn't want him there at all.
So,
But he had some kind of promise with him that he was gonna share it with him, but then he's like,
oh, the older brother.
yeah, he went against that promise that they had together. Mark, when he was there, he was kind of
Interstate 10 westbound for 9.6
kind
3
of
miles.
taking care of the landscaping at my house, and we were trying to get him a job, and he was just about to get a pretty good job in Houed. It's hard to get one there, and then the DHS came, locked, handcuffed him at the house and hauled him back, put him back into prison for another few months before they sent him to
Poland.
or ICE. It was like immigration or whatever. They're like finally got some. They didn't really have the right documents, and the Polish government. Mark didn't want to go back, so they was not giving him anything, and the Polish government didn't really have the right proof that he was there or something, and so they had some high officials from the U.S. pushing them, and they had a few news stations here, complaining about Janet Napolitano and why Marek wasn't being sent back to Poland. So they were really putting the pressure on getting Marek back into Poland.
But now supposedly he had before he came to the States originally, he had left Poland because of political pressure.
Right.
So is that over with now? Or
yeah, I guess so. He was afraid. He was saying if he went back to Poland, he'd be killed or whatever.
And that's not the case anymore. Things have changed over there.
Well, he was still worried about it.
But he hasn't had those problems, luckily.
Yeah.
Because I remember he had done some satirical cartoons about the government.
I guess I signed up for like a border patrol thing, whatever, or a citizen thing where you get to
patrol thing
where you get to learn about them, and they bring you around or something.
Shit, if you can't beat them, join them, huh, Rob?
Well, I'm just trying to learn about them. I wasn't trying to irritate them. I'm trying to entertain them and learn about them. It was just like a journalistic kind of study. It wasn't me who was doing this. People were egging me on to do a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think this was the people who were doing that kind of crap they have astroturfers working with the government, sock puppets that put out a bunch of social media stuff, that make try to make the people that take pictures or videos of the government, they try to make them look. The people doing that, they try to make them out to look like assholes.
Okay, now.
So they were kind of egging me on to do the same kind of crap that they do.
Can I just interject for a second? Now, these sock puppets. Do you ever feel like beating the sock puppet? Like it aggravates you?
No.
No. Okay. Maybe it's just me.
I just think it's funny.
Okay, maybe it's just my hidden anger. Right?
Okay.
Please continue. Where were you? Oh, that's right. The sock puppet.
The sock puppet. No, I kind of see through them.
Okay, you can see the hand, you mean?
Yeah, I can see the little hand.
Okay. I'll have to try that next time. It's kind of like
I'm just trying to make them disappear.
Okay.
I figure out who they are so I can ignore them.
I think that's a similar technique to talking in front of a crowd and, thinking that they're in their underwear. I'll just think the sock puppet's like, I can see the hand
I
that's
see
waving
the hand.
at me.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, man, let's go. I'm in for that border patrol class. I'm in.
You can sign up for They have it every once.
It'd be more fun to go together, man.
I guess they ruled I'm not allowed. They did some kind of background check and then.
Oh, you're not allowed to.
You had to go. And then he also recognized me when I went to apply. He's like, haven't I seen you before? Don't I know you? And then I had went down to film like some kind of.
You're like
the Sierra Club was like. The Sierra Club was doing some kind of presentation in Ajo. I was still living in Yuma. I heard about that. Went down to film that. And he didn't like the perspective that I gave on because I was sitting there. And he didn't like his angle in that video.
The angle, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So anyway, I didn't really like the way I looked in that video. So you gotta make them look good, or they're not gonna like it.
How many hours are you from the border? From Ajo to Mexico.
40 miles. I'm doing like a thing.
Ooh, only 40 miles.
Now I'm starting to go down to the actual border because they like banned photography there.
Yeah.
Whatever got signs. So I started filming going through there, and then they recommended me for federal prosecution for doing that. So
you mean like for spying or something, or
No, for violating this.
Recording?
No photography law.
in a restricted area.
Right. So I told them I'm doing it anyway, and let them know up front, so they recommended me for the federal prosecution. So when I went through there, I was talking about these bullshit ACLU lawyers protecting me, and then I was kind of going through. I was riding my motorcycle and imagining myself rubbing against her tights and stuff when we're wrestling on the streets and things like that. So anyway. But I just
Rubbing against who?
She's like I think she's from Egypt or something.
She's hot.
She's got that library look, like those kind of library glasses.
Oh,
She's
God.
from Britain.
That just disarms me, man. Oh man, I love that look. The library look. Oh, you can't beat it, man.
But I was just imagining. I wouldn't actually do it. I would just picture it in my mind.
Really?
And
I would
just
do-
kind of dialoguing it. Just kind of.
I would do it. I love them quiet.
I've got her number if you want it.
Do you really? I love them quiet, like crazy girls. I love them. Give me more. All right then. So, do you ever go down to Mexico?
Yeah. I just went down not too long ago. I was afraid to go to this one town. It's called because they're saying all these people are shooting it up this town and a lot of drugs.
Yeah, Rob.
This is like the scariest place. It's called Caborca.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
Caborca. Huh?
You don't want to find like your head and your neck like over here.
Is that right?
And then,
So I was trying to get over my fear of going there. So I got the insurance. They do car insurance down there. I got Robin at Rendon. I had met her first when I went to Tahoe. It's like drive-through insurance, and she insured me. So I went down. I'm driving. I had driven by like a year or so before, like a legal alien in this Indian reservation, and I went to film him, and I didn't pick him up and bring him through the checkpoint, but I wanted to do that. I was kind of curious about that. But when I'm going down to this Caborca, I see some guy walking along the street, like in the middle of nowhere.
I'm telling you, some of those northern Mexican towns you don't want to be there, man. Some of these northern Mexicans
I driving past him, and he must have raised his arm. I didn't actually see it, but I kind of felt sorry for him. I kind of wanted to pick him up and see how this is going to play out. So I went maybe another mile, and I was like, okay, I got the courage. You turned around and picked him up.
Playing with fire, huh, Rob?
Huh?
Playing with fire.
Just trying to get over my fear, It's like, okay, get over that. Get over that fear. We'll
Yeah,
go,
they might
go
take
pick
care
him
of
up.
all of your fear, man.
So I picked him up. He kind of looked like Mark. It was kind of funny. And he spoke English. He had a friend in I think it was Jacksonville, Mississippi, or Jackson, Mississippi, and he was communicating with, and he was kind of teaching him how to speak English. And he had picked up a book. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man, you picked up the guy. I would have picked up the girl at the fruit stand.
Yeah, I remember actually when I was in 14 or something, like this is the last book I ever read, was like a book on hitchhikers. They're two hitchhiking girls who go across the country.
When you were 14, you wrote this?
I read this, yeah. I would read it in the tub in Germany. I remember
In
getting
the tub?
because I didn't want anybody else to see, but I kind of got excited.
figured
They're like
that.
giving guys massages and stuff like that. So it was very.
So did you like silicone your tub then?
I don't think
Nah. Poor tub.
But anyway,
So, like, do you ever go down to like Tijuana?
I was actually trying to go when they stole my car and all my cameras. So I was planning to go there and like drive across the bottom. And I heard that like the tolls were $100 or something.
What? No
Mexican
way.
guy. He was warning me about all
That's
the
bullshit.
dangers going on that road. He was saying he was afraid to go down there.
Remember, Rob? They used to have tournaments. What was it? Mexicali, was it? They used to a long time ago. Remember that?
Well, I remember going to visit Phil Collins down there. But I don't remember any tournaments. tournament.
Well, yeah, that was like short-lived thing. Is it short-lived or short-lived? Short-lived thing.
What?
Because you have Calexico and you have Mexicali. One's right. Which one's in the U.S. and which one's in Mexico? Mexicali is Mexico and Calexico
is the
American side.
Yeah. Did they have a tournament there?
They did, but that was like 20 years ago.
I don't. Like I said, I had gone down and visited.
Probably more.
Phil Collins. We're going to pick up like the stuff.
I remember that was another. That was a guy.
Take the exit
He had a
right,
Mexican friend there. He was there too. He used to come to tournaments here. Antonio Robles or something like that.
Right.
They were playing. We were playing at his table there. We went down to pick up some like fertility drugs for Eileen there because it was cheaper there.
That's right.
The border patrol stopped us for that, for not declaring it. They had like a nice chest of like 20 grand worth of fertility drugs, and they ended up trying to take it back from us. So he didn't say anything, but then supposedly, the people were saying, "Well, don't say anything about it. You got this nice chest, they take it." And they ended up letting us go without.
Phil Collins. So he just happened to have the same name then.
Yeah, right. He wasn't actually singing at the time.
It wasn't the same Phil Collins, was it?
Huh?
It wasn't the same.
No. Do you remember Phil Collins? No. He's kind of older, maybe 1400 level. But
I
then
think
he
I
had
do.
Antonio. I think it was Antonio Robles.
Oh
like
yeah, they used to come together.
Right. Right.
The tournaments, yeah. The Phoenix tournaments, I remember that.
So he had invited me to come down there and play and show me something. He had something where he would help people fix their hair lips down there.
Oh, really?
Like, some medical, and he had a bunch of bunk beds and stuff for that. Where am I going? It's a second.
Is this turn?
Is it 101?
0.6 miles.
See what this says?
Exit 133B.
After 1/2 mile, take the exit right, 133B, Highway 101 northbound, 101N.
Thanks for being clear, Sarah.
She's a doll.
I'll get this side, you get the other side.
All right. And she doesn't talk too much.
No.
She just shuts up.
Gives you the information you need. That's right.
After 1.2 miles, keep left, Highway 101 northbound,
She didn't hit you on the back of the head or anything when you did that.
101N.
No.
I had an old Hungarian lady giving me directions at first, but then.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
Did you kind of?
she would be like, if you did what I told you, you would be there by now.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You can have options then, huh?
Yeah, you can take whoever you want.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, what options do you have? The Hungarian? You have Sarah?
You can get just about anybody. You had like Simpsons or whatever you want. You can do it yourself. You can make your own or get your own girl to make them and jack her in that and change that.
I'd love to hear the Hungarian one.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
She's like a 90-year-old Hungarian lady.
After 1/2 mile, keep left, Highway 101 northbound, Agua Freeway north of 101N.
Did what I told you. You'd be coming here right now.
Man, this is like longer than I thought it was going to Phoenix. Man, it didn't seem like so far.
Should I drive faster?
No, I'm just saying it just seemed like
This is kind of far north. This is actually Glendale.
Freeway north of 101N.
Glendale?
4 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Phoenix.
Right.
It's a cute little car. This is a Spark.
Yeah, the Chevrolet Spark. The Koreans that I played with designed this here. I was practicing after they kicked me out. There's a stadium. Have you seen that before? The Koreans that were ended up like pretending I was doing a backup. I was doing some kind of noise pass-by test at work. So I went to a checkpoint with this. Mark drew a cartoon for that. I don't know if you saw that, but where I was like, leaning back here in a SSR and like peeling out first. So I went to the checkpoint and did that through their border patrol checkpoint.
Yeah, Debbie mentioned that when Marek got out, he went over to your home in Mesa and asked about his car. Where was it? He said,
Which car? Oh, okay.
Marek's car.
Yeah.
And then Debbie said that his car had like scorpions and living in it. Oh my
I
God.
went to his. Eileen had stored all his stuff in like a little shed up against the mountain, and it was like scorpions were all in the boxes and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
And you know, I go in there and I get the, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, there's just hundreds and hundreds of them running all in this.
Really?
Stuff. Yeah.
Man, I heard that's so painful. You get stung. It's extremely painful.
Yeah. My mom got hit by one, and I think Debbie
After
got
2
hit.
miles, take the
I
exit
have-
right,
like I'm
7
afraid of that.
Glendale Avenue.
So I was trying to avoid those while I go. So I just put his stuff in the car, and then like left it sitting on the side of the house for a few years, so they would die.
I don't think that's the way it works.
Huh? No, they live all
I think they get like new generations. So what happened to Mark's car finally?
It sat there for a long time. Then we called somebody to pick it up, and they gave us $75. So but I sent that Mark the $75.
You mean like Debbie didn't want to have that car there anymore, probably.
Yeah, and it was probably wouldn't be in very good shape by the time he got out. And then he wouldn't be able to use it anyway. He was actually banned from being in Mesa, Arizona too, because somebody that was testified against him or something was living there. So we actually kind of had to sneak him in there, and had to like clear the cameras that like have a GPS signal on there. Had to clear those out before he used those images and stuff.
I remember when we used to go to the Fort McDowell for the buffets at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, after we finished playing over at your house. Marek would drive, man, like that little car. He would take.
After
He would take
1/2
the.
mile, take the exit right, 7 Glendale Avenue.
He would take the
Then
corners,
turn
man.
right.
Turn the corners like I'm surprised the 2 wheels didn't come off the ground, man.
Yeah.
He would take the corners like I don't know how fast.
He got a ticket for doing that from the cop or whatever because he was like changing lanes so fast.
Oh, that guy drive like a maniac. I mean, I had.
Take the exit right, then turn right.
Shut up,
Glendale
bitch.
Avenue East.
I think I'm a nerd about that.
Yeah.
She's just talking a little too much.
yeah.
And I had the 6-cylinder, the Camry. And it
With
was,
the donut.
After 1/4 mile,
With the
turn
donut?
right.
Which one has the
then
donut? When you went
stay
to
in the right
Havasu
lane.
or whatever, was it Parker or Havasu? Which one? You're coming, you had a flat, or you just had the little tiny donut?
Oh.
On the, was that the,
I think that was a Camry, I bet.
Turn right.
And
Glendale
I had a
Avenue
hard
East.
time
Then
keeping up with
stay
him,
in the
even though I
right
had the
lane.
much faster car.
Yeah.
Man, he would crank that little box. Speaking of which, if we have an accident in this little Cracker Jack box, we go straight to heaven, right, Rob?
no. It's got airbags, we'll live.
Okay.
No heaven for us, we're living forever.
Okay. Well, will I get like aluminum foil kind
I
of
think,
thing?
I don't know. I heard the one parents pastor said, you don't go to heaven, heaven comes to you.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, it's coming to us. You ready?
I'm ready.
Where am I supposed to turn?
That's like the Belinda Carlisle song, Heaven. Remember that one?
So we just gotta work our way in, right? We gotta convince them.
Remember? Blue
Yeah,
heaven
baby.
is a place on earth. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Gordon Biersch. No, I've never been to Westgate.
Okay. That's how you get in. I never know my way. I gotta work my way around. I get confused.
Turn left. West Hannah Drive. Then
Because
you have reached your destination on your left.
It's the comedy drive here. You ready?
I'm ready. Man, DeVry, they still got DeVry University?
Yeah.
What a joke. I never took DeVry University seriously because of its name.
Okay. bought my house with DeVry and then owes him a lot of money is Frank Avon. He's from Columbia.
It's supposed to be actually pretty good though, isn't it?
Yeah. I had several DeVry teachers for electronics, and they were the best ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They came to the Mesa Community College, but the DeVry teachers were the best.
There you go. They used to advertise heavily, but now I don't see them anymore.
Yeah.
Dave and Buster's. What the hell is that?
Oh, that's like a arcade and eating. That's
Oh, really?
That's one of Ralph's and my son's favorite place in Denver.
Who's Ralph?
One with that guy who's going to do the two-way with Eileen's Debbie's
Oh,
friend.
okay. It's nice of you to bring him back into the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget about Ralph.
They used to go there. Together. I think Debbie and him were having a thing. I don't know for sure, but it was just they used to go on trips to Chicago to visit him. He lived in Chicago.
Well,
So he was going to give her his house.
Well, if they went on trips, I imagine something must have happened.
And he came down and visited us once. I don't know. It's supposed to be a dealership. That's it.
Wow, this is real nice. Really?
After 250 feet, you have reached your destination on your left.
Boy, Phoenix is getting half civilized,
You
bro.
have
What
reached
the
your
hell?
destination on your left.
Johnny Rockets.
Right around here somewhere. I'll drive around here so you can get a view of it. This is the entertainment district.
Great. So this is all called the entertainment district.
Right. You got a big IMAX 3D theater there. That's why I was. Gloria hadn't been to one of those, a 3D movie or IMAX, so I brought her to come and see the Star Trek movie.
Who'd you bring?
Gloria, my girlfriend, right now.
Okay.
So the closest theater from us is like there's really no fast food places, no theaters, nothing like that. The biggest thing I have is like a Pizza Hut and a Circle K.
That's it?
And a Family Dollar and a Dollar General.
Shit.
So we cut the closest thing for a theater is
Is where?
like close to about 2 hours away.
What?
Or an hour and a half. Maricopa's got one now. It's I got busted for this. I'm driving on the sidewalk. They said because it was are we allowed to drive?
Well, there's a stop sign, so I mean, I imagine that.
It's like somebody tried to get me for DUI for driving on something like this in Tempe.
Bar Louie. What the hell? Just Sports. Salt, tacos, and tequila. Man.
No, that's a Gila River Arena.
Whiskey Rose. Damn, they got a lot of nice places, Rob.
Yeah.
This area's great, man. They got everything. Do you suppose one of these places can give me a room to like?
Yeah, they have. Hell.
And then I could like help out. You know,
Yeah. There's the Renaissance Hotel. You can go stay in the Renaissance Hotel. You can go watch the Chicago Bears over here.
Oh, I love to watch Chicago Bears. I am Chicago all the way.
There's an ambulance. I got thrown in the loony bin for like polishing the ambulance's bow tie Chevy emblem crotch and then saluting the flag in San Diego.
That would do it.
Is that right? And I thought it was Rocky or what I was pretending I was going through some just imaginary things or whatever,
Really?
and I end up taking my shoes off and like running through the streets chasing some girls, driving those little bicycles that you sitting on the back, pretending I was Rocky, and then I actually decided I was going to exchange my car, this one here, for something else. So I just set my keys on the ground and then went off on this like
Now, Rob,
kind of a snipe hunt.
Now, Rob, you know they're gonna throw you in for that.
Is there-
You know they're gonna throw you.
I was
in
actually
for that.
trying to file my my papers against the Border Patrol at this time too. It was like they turned down my request for $750,000, so it said you got to go file in court. So I went there for this. So they threw me in this loony bin till my time expired there.
So how long? How long were you there?
Just 72 hours was the observation.
Jesus
Debbie and my nephew Mark came and picked me up. They had another key for the car and get it. But that was kind of fun. I was going through my imaginary snake hunt, where actually it was a snip hunt. I was like doing some editing in my mind. I would get rid of the E and things, kind
Yeah.
of like the Japanese porns where they go.
Oh, I love that.
So I would look at words
do
and
that.
get rid of the E. And
You do
so
that
have
pretty good.
Is
You
that
do that
right?
pretty good.
Okay. Was there parking down here? There's a cone. Is that a Derek cone?
I wonder what the cone master's up to.
He gave me a ride back from that one tournament. I gave him like $100 cash. He didn't ask for that, and dropped me off to pick up my car at the towing place. But like I said, they had broke out my window and then.
So he went to pick you up
No, he was at the tournament. Him and Jay Turberville.
at at Michael John,
Yeah, at the Micklejohn.
and then he gave you a ride from there to where? Back
Back
here?
to El Cajon, where my car was in a towing station.
El Cajon. Where is that?
It's in California. Debbie figured out where the car was. I thought my other stuff was in it, but they had stole my from the glove box my phone, work phone or whatever, and that's kind of what pissed off my boss.
Okay.
And it kind of led to him asking me to go on disability because he thought I might be crazy or something. I don't know. That's not. Well, I was like making a medication change so I could get thinner because the drugs they take make me fat.
Okay.
So it was,
Didn't work, huh? Rob?
huh? Well, no, I couldn't take the new medication. It would make my legs go crazy. But I think I'm fine.
Well, of course.
Is there, no, I didn't for a while.
I
I
wouldn't
believed them. They're just con artists, make you think you're crazy.
I wouldn't expect you to say anything less.
Before I thought I was convinced I was crazy for quite a while. Now I just think it was con artists.
No. This is standard parking.
I don't know. It looked like it was.
That one says customer parking.
Okay, what's this one say? I
This
didn't see it say anything.
This one doesn't say, I don't think, anything.
I'll clean these up.
Let me get
Is
my.
it getting hot? I should turn these off first.
Let me get my. I came out so fast, didn't tie my shoes. So what place are we going into?
Huh? It's a sandwich place.
Where is it?
It's got a Cuban sandwiches on it.
No shit. Where is it?
And I remember last time we went out to that place in Las Vegas that had the Cuban sandwiches.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna have a Cuban sandwich and
You know my father's Cuban, right? You remember?
Yeah.
But his parents, though, are from Lebanon. But he was born and raised in Cuba.
So when I came here last time, I've been looking at having a Cuban sandwich for a while, and I've been thinking about you.
Cool. So you did remember then?
What else I got? I even have your container. Keep my coffee in.
Is that coffee?
Huh? But you used to put water in some kind of container like that?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I did.
Did you say wood?